Please welcome to the stage.
Good job, by the way.
This guy, I just got to know him recently, and he is just amazing. You're gonna love him. Please welcome Posner!
All right, good evening. Good evening. So, hey, I'm Paul, and I gotta say, I'm really surprised that I made it here on time tonight. I was getting ready and trying to come out here, and I took a shit. I took a shower. I caught a nice shave, and I got all dressed up, and I'm standing there in front of the mirror like, I kind of need a little fashion accent. So I grew this beard. And so that really kind of put me behind schedule with getting out the door. So I'm behind schedule as usual, and just rushing around as usual, and speeding usual. No sooner do I cross the Nassau-Suffolk borderline, whoop, 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 I get pulled over by one of Suffolk County's finest. So the officer approaches my window, and he says, "License, registration, and insurance card, please." Yeah. My glove compartment is kind of like a graveyard for expired insurance cards. As soon as I get a new one, I stick it in the glove compartment promptly. But I never take the old ones out. So now I got this officer. He's, impatiently waiting for me to dig out this card. And, while he's waiting, he looks down and he says, "Do you even know why I pulled you over, sir?" And, yeah. I failed that pop quiz. I got a fucking 0 on it. I look up at him and I say, "Because you have to fill your monthly ticket quota?" No. So he looks down and he's like, "Yeah, funny, I guess I got a real comedian here." So I look up and I say, "Actually, officer, I kind of am a comedian. I'm actually on my way to a gig right now and I'm running a little late, and that's why I was, marginally exceeding the speed limit." "You're a comedian?" Yes, officer, I am a comedian." "Like you tell jokes in front of people?" Yes, officer, I'm a comedian." "So tell me a joke." So I did. I have really bad sinuses, and I can barely breathe through my nose, especially at night. And all night, I'm like snoring like a rhino with the coronavirus. And all night I'm sleeping, I got my mouth open. I'm willing to bet a week's pay that I have ingested at least 1,000 bugs and insects in my life. Anyhow, one night I roll over onto the cat and I inhale this huge clump of cat hair. And then I wake up, I'm choking on it. And then I cough up this giant hairball. And then my girlfriend, she's just like, What the fuck is this? I shave!" Of course, that's when I decided I needed to do something about it. My girlfriend thinks I'm fucking Sasquatch. So, having seen these commercials for the Breathe Right brand nasal strips for a bunch of years, I figured, hey, let's give them a shot. So, for those of you folks that don't know what nasal strips are, they're these like little 2-inch adhesive sort of sticky things, and they got this little plastic doohickey inside that makes them kind of want to stay straight. And you take these things and you stick them on the bridge of your nose, and whoosh, it just pulls your nose out all wide and shit. It makes your nostrils look like these 2 giant caves. So I go to CVS and I'm looking for the official shit, and I noticed the store brand nasal strips are about half the price of the brand name. Now listen, I'm not a cheapskate, all right? I'm not a big generics guy, but the brand names, they're the brand names. They're the big names for a reason. They're generally better. So why should I pay twice as much for something? Besides, it's not like I'm going to eat them. So seriously, I think about it. How badly can you fuck up making something that is essentially a Band-Aid with a heart on? So I'm standing there imagining myself with these 2 giant caves, and I have the vision of snorting up the whole fucking cat. Snorting the whole fucking cat up. And the problem is I could probably sleep through that. You know what I couldn't sleep through? The rescue mission. The rescue mission. I would have up in my nose, just this expedition of spelunkerers. Undaunted by my semi-rational fears, I start wearing these nasal strips on my face. You know, the first few nights, they seemed pretty normal. I was getting better sleep, and since I wasn't snoring nearly as bad, my lovely lady was getting much better sleep, and that made her really happy. And that's important to me, because, as my good friend Gandhi once said, if you have a happy chick, you will have a happy dick. Well, actually, my dick wasn't so happy. You see, I was feeling like kind of unsexy, you know? Just unsexy. I mean, really, I'm a heterosexual male. How sexy could I possibly feel with an erection across my face? Like, how would you feel with an erection across your face? You feeling sexy? I didn't think so. Anyhow, so after a few nights, you know, my vanity kind of took a back seat and my junk took over. I felt far hornier than I was sexy. So, I pounced. And we had this great haven't had sex in days sex. That's when things changed. All right, ladies, you know, like when you emerge from the bathroom in your slinkiest lingerie and you just like, you know, sort of slide your sultriest walk across the room, hornily gazing at your man with your fuck me eyes? Yeah, okay. So you know that, all right, great. So then you also know the look that guy gives you, right? Ooh, yeah. Well, that's the look she started giving me. Every time I came out of this bathroom, she's just looking at me like, oh, yeah, bring that face over here and let me have a seat. So, yeah. At first I didn't think much of it. But after a week or so of her coming after me every night, I start to wonder. Hydration is key, by the way. So after a couple of nights of this, I start to wonder. And one night, you know, we're getting started. And, you know, hey, listen, I'm a gentleman. Ladies first. So I head south, you know, have a snack. And, you know, and I'm down there and I'm slurping and licking and my tongue's all like, I'm all over the place and she's just loving every minute of it. And in the middle of all that pussy eating, I have this epiphany. I don't need to stop to breathe. And with that, the cop tosses all of my papers at me, runs to his car, and starts to drive off. Bewildered by this, I scream out my window, hey, where are you going? And he gets on his little microphone of authority and he goes, I'm going to CVS. Just like all you gents are going to be doing. And that, my friends, is my time. Thank you very much, and you guys have been great.
Come on, that's not easy. Give him a round of applause for just getting up here. Did a great job. Did a great job.